Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Service says the service recorded a surge in monthly revenue collection from 202 billion naira to 333.9 billion naira. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, says the service recorded a surge in monthly revenue collection from 202 billion naira to 333.9 billion naira in the past 4 months. Mr. Adeniyi announced this on Wednesday in Abuja at a national workshop on legislative compliance. He said that the customs partnership with the National Assembly had yielded positive outcomes through a review and enhancement of tariff structures and regulations. He, however, stressed that inadequate infrastructure and technology at border posts could impede the customs' ability to inspect and regulate trade effectively, leaving room for non-compliance. At number 2, Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has released a summary of polling unit and collation center agents submitted by political parties for the Imo, Kogi and Bayelsa governorship elections. The summary released by the nation's electoral body shows that a total of 130,093 party polling unit agents and 7,841 collation agents were submitted to INEC by political parties. However, the Labour Party, APM, AA, AAC and APP have no agents attached to the Kogi State Collation Center. In Imo State, AA, ARC, YPP and PRP have no agents attached to the State Collation Center. And in Bayelsa State, APGA, NRM, YPP, ASC and APM have no agents attached to the State Collation Center. At number 3, the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria have declared a nationwide strike starting on November 14, 2023. This decision follows a 5-day ultimatum given to the federal government to address 6-point demands prompted by the assault on NLC President Comrade Joe Ajaero by the police in Imo State. The demands include the removal of the Commissioner of Police in Imo State, the arrest and prosecution of government officials involved in the assault, and proper medical examination and treatment for Ajaero and others who were injured. If these demands are not met, the strike will take effect and services in Imo State will be immediately halted. All workers nationwide are expected to join the strike on November 14, 2023 if the demands remain unmet. At number 4, the Naira remained relatively stable, closing at a rate of 1,030 Naira to the dollar on Tuesday, which was the same rate as the previous day. This stability marked a pause in the momentum it had gained in the previous week. This represents a 80 Naira loss or a 8.42% decline of the local currency compared to the 950 Naira it closed the week at last Friday. Data from the FMDQ exchange showed that the local currency also depreciated to 869 Naira 91 kobo to the dollar on Tuesday as against 809 Naira 2 kobo, which it closed at on Monday. Analysts state that the continuous depreciation of the Naira will intensify producer and consumer price pressures in the near term. At number 5, the medical director of the Federal Medical Center in Jabi, Abuja, Professor Saad Ahmed, says 51 healthcare workers have resigned from the hospital in 2023. This brain drain has affected various hospital departments, leading to manpower shortages, particularly in specialties like ear, nose and throat, ENT, neurology, cardiology and physiotherapy. The House of Representatives Committee on Health Institutions visited the hospital and expressed their determination to curb the outflow of Nigerians seeking medical treatment abroad and healthcare workers leaving the country for better opportunities. At number 6, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hasan Abubakar, says artificial intelligence will shape the future of the Nigerian Air Force. Mr. Abubakar said this at the 2023 Communication Information Systems Conference on Wednesday in Abuja. He said monitoring the Nigerian airspace by implementing military total radar coverage would position the Nigerian He said monitoring the Nigerian airspace by implementing military total radar coverage would position the Nigerian Air Force to meet the country's air power demands. He said it was a goal the NAF had been tirelessly pursuing and challenged the participants to bring up viable ideas to achieve the feat. At number 7, the Nigeria Governors Forum is set to host a meeting with the president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Roger Voorhees, on November 15, 2023 in Abuja. The dialogue aims to create opportunities for Nigerian states to collaborate with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation on various programs including agriculture, poverty alleviation, digital financial services, education, nutrition, and sanitation. Voorhees oversees significant grant-making activities in these areas for BMGF. Nigeria Governors Forum Chairman Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has invited all 36 state governors to attend. At number 8, the Israeli army on Wednesday said it had killed one of the leading weapons developers from the Islamist Hamas group in an airstrike on Gaza. Mushin Abu Sina was reportedly an expert in the development of rockets for the Hamas group. Israeli forces also said they killed several militants in the Gaza Strip overnight who planned to fire anti-tank missiles at the forces. Another group responsible for firing rockets at Israel was also killed in a separate airstrike. At number 9, Somalia is facing unprecedented flooding due to heavy rainfall, resulting in 29 deaths and the displacement of over 300,000 people. The situation is described as the worst in decades by Somalia's National Disaster Management Agency. The floods compound the country's challenges as it is still recovering from a severe drought last year. Thousands of people are stranded, particularly in Lake Town, as rivers overflow. The flooding is part of a regional deluge caused by weather patterns like El Nino and the Indian Ocean dipole, impacting Kenya and Ethiopia as well. Experts attribute the intensification of such events to climate change, posing a growing threat to the Horn of Africa. At number 10, Burkina Faso's Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Kassoum Coulibaly, recently met with Russia's defense minister in Moscow to bolster defense ties. The move reflects Burkina Faso's efforts to diversify its international alliances. Both ministers expressed a commitment to strengthening their relations based on mutual respect and shared interests. This meeting follows previous negotiations and working meetings aimed at enhancing the capabilities of Burkina Faso's national armed forces, covering various fields such as operations, economies, logistics, technology, and training. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.